Hello, and thanks for viewing in on this recording. My name is Captain Jack, and I'm going to show you how to set up a MJ's Stream Solutions encoder, a Shoutcast or an Icecast. Tonight's going to be Shoutcast encoder into your Mixxx player, so you can DJ and play music for your friends. You can do almost anything you want to do online with it and broadcast it. First thing is you download Mixxx. You find it on the internet. It's free. It's got a general practice license, so anybody can download it and use it for free. If you find something wrong with it, send them a message. Now, I found a few things that are difficult in it myself. It's not an easy program. It is free. Keep that in mind if you have problems. Sometimes sometimes it's your own information that you're putting in the encoder. You know, the whole thing is you want this to go smooth. So you rent a stream, you get all the numbers and the information, and you go to put it in, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Well, I just spent a little time making sure that everything does work, so I'll show you a little easier. I'm going to skip all the other stuff. When you first install Mixxx, there's a whole bunch of these windows right up here that are showing. You can just turn them on. You'll see them on by default. You can just click on them and they'll turn off. See, now I just have 4 decks instead of 2. Alright, so you just click it off. You don't need it. You're not that much of a pro. Maybe you are. Maybe you know exactly what you're doing. Go right ahead and use them. Not a problem. But for the meantime, for us beginners, I've been doing it only about 10 years and I'm still very novice at it. Get rid of the waveforms. I prefer another broadcasting setup of software, SAM Broadcaster. It works very, very good with Shoutcast and MP3s. And if you're going to broadcast in MP3s, please make sure you follow the rules and the laws that are involved. Alright, so we're going to go up here to Options, go down here to Preferences, and you see your sound hardware listed here on this page. This is all basic default. The output that you see here on the bottom, you need to configure that. If your system hasn't already configured it, usually when Mixxx fires itself up, it tells you nothing's been configured. Do you want to keep going or do you want to configure? Hit the configure button. This will come up. This is where you pick what you want your speakers to come out. Which set of speakers you want to come out. I have a desktop speaker and I have headphone speakers, and for some reason mine are a little bit messed up, but it does generally work good. In Mixxx, when you're playing music, you have no way of canceling it out on your side like you do in SAM Broadcast. So you just hit a button and you don't hear what you're playing. You hear what you're playing through the source that you're receiving it from. By that I mean you're broadcasting a show over the internet, and you want to be able to make sure that people can hear you and hear the music. You bring it in through a different program like Winamp or Windows Media Player or an Apple Player. So that's what I mean by sending it out and bringing it back in. So we have this all set up. I want everything that I'm listening to or that you're going to be listening to through my side. It'll come out on the headset. This way I don't have to listen to it. I can listen to the receiving end through another program called Winamp, and I'll bring that up shortly. So we have this. We have all of our basic hardware information. It's all set. So we're going to go to Input. Input, you can see under number 1 microphone is my headset. So we like all that. We're going to leave it. Go down here to Live Broadcasting. And you have to create a broadcasting source connection. I happened to already pre-create one because I was going through a lot of stuff testing these. So I created one called Captain's Testing. It's right there. To create one, this will be blank when you first opened it. You go over here to create new connection. It allows you to name it. You give it a name. Then you come down here to turn on live broadcasting. Now with Shoutcast, Mixxx uses Shoutcast V1 version protocols. Nothing we can do about it until they come out with an update for Shoutcast version 2 protocol. What this will do is if you use a Shoutcast version 2 stream, it will broadcast it, but you'll be broadcasting on one port number. Your listeners will be receiving it on a second port number. Hence why it took me a while to figure this out, but it's because of the Shoutcast V1 protocols that are in this by default. I mean, you can change it to Icecast if you'd rather run an Icecast stream. Not a big deal. In general, when it comes to Shoutcast, the two different streams or two different ports off of your stream do have a reason. The big reason is if you use one port, it's assigned to the stream as the stream is being used by your server. You're already broadcasting music on it, so you're just cutting in. You're just punching a hole through that wavelength and grabbing a ride to the receiving side. The second port is used when there's no music going across that stream. It's what you would think of as a dead stream. There's just no sound. So then you use that port number to actually log in and broadcast over that stream. And when you're done, you just unhook it and the stream is quiet again. That's the reason for the two ports. Shoutcast version 1 only uses one port. It sends and receives over the same port number. Down here you have automatic reconnect. You can leave it set up. It's not such a bad thing. To the right we have a mounting point for version 2. Version 1 does not have a mounting point, but in version 2 your mounting point is by default with Shoutcast it's called stream. So it's a / stream. You'll be using the port number assigned to that regular stream. You have to put in your password for the port, for your stream itself, your login name. You have a host name up here. You can either put in your URL numbers or you put in your host's name. I happen to have mine, which is stream.mjstreamsolutions.com. Alright, now we've gone over this part. Now to the encoding. I run all of my streams at 320. This way, whichever bit rate the music was recorded in will play over the stream. If you try and run a 128-bit stream and run a 192-bit recorded song over that stream, it will not work. It'll start to skip and chirp and sound like a little beaver that got its toes caught in a spinning wheel. Not a beaver, a little chipmunk thing. But anyhow, so I run them high rates. You as a customer can always get them at high rates. I do that so that nobody has a problem. It uses a lot of bandwidth, but that's beside the point. And the reason it uses bandwidth like that is 320 kilobytes a second is a huge packet, which it breaks down to send over the internet. 128s, 192, both CD quality, they move pretty quick. You don't have to make your stream public information. You don't have to do all that. If you do, you may run into some risks. Believe me, people will hear you without having to adjust for that. Alright, we'll move this up a little bit. So everything's good. what we want to do now is we're going to apply the settings, and it connects. It says it right there. So I hit OK. Now I'm connected to the internet. You can see it up here on the right hand side where it says on air. You click it off, it's off, you're not on air. But I'm clicking it on, it says that I'm on air now. So what I'm going to do is, the easiest thing to do is, if you're going to auto DJ for a party, you open up auto DJ, you create a list, you put your songs in here, and by hitting the auto DJ over here on the left hand side, there's a little button right here with the Android and on where it says enable auto DJ if you hold it there long enough. So you want to do that. What it does is it automatically starts to load and play the music. So you can either stop it real quick, and this way everything just stays the way it is, or you just let it keep on going. It'll cut into the stream, and you'll just cut right in. You'll just kick right in. It'll be your turn. What else? That's so far pretty much it for setting up an encoder. Now, once it's set up, you want to be able to hear what is going across your stream. So I've already set up a pickup with Winamp. Now this is where I'm using the second port number in a version 2 stream. I input that information in here. I'll clear out this URL. I'll add the URL that I want to use, which happens to be 8015 and 8017 are the two that this stream is using. It's broadcasting over 17. It's going to receive over 15. For whatever reason. Maybe there's something I did, I do not know. But, so I'm going to open it up. You see it right there, click on it. And the funny thing about Winamp is it won't take an HTTPS, but it will take a TTP. MJ Stream Solutions is secured. We do have the S. It just won't take it inside Winamp. So we clicked on it. We're going to hit play. See what's going on. We hit play up here. Let it go through. I'll bring back Winamp. And you can see the song. It's playing. It's called Bloom. Now let's see if it comes across my speaker. Now I'm going to hit the talk button up here and see if it comes across the speaker just like the music is doing. Now I'm going to hit the talk button up here and see if it comes across the speaker just like the music is doing. Success. We are now broadcasting over a Shoutcast stream on the internet. You want to broadcast to your friends? Be my guest. You can visit what we do and how we do it. MJ's Stream Solutions creates audio streams and video for the internet. We provide them. You can use them. Come see us at streamsolutions.com, mjstreamsolutions.com. We also have a handmade jewelry site that has some superb handmade jewelry. You should check it out at mjsblues.com. A lot of the proceeds from that go to hiring musicians to play in our in-world. We belong to a virtual club called Second Life, and we have a blues joint in there, stage, looks like a regular bar. We have live musicians, and so both of our businesses here sort of go towards paying for that. music alive. And the music that I am using to show you these demonstrations is royalty free, so this way at least I can show you that the system works. Okay, so now I'm going to turn off Winamp, and I basically think that we're all done with this. You will see another video or two of me, or hear another one of me rather. I'll do one for Shoutcast on SAM broadcaster. It's a lot easier, and maybe I'll create a nice cast stream and do one here in Mixxx. Well, once again, my name's Captain Jack, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.